Welcome, everybody, to the Prince William Ice Center here in Woodbridge, Virginia. I'm David Stearns. Joined along me is John Baranowski and Brian Schrems down between the benches inside the glass for the scorekeepers update. And also on camera is Joe DeVray as we get set for this afternoon's action between the Potomac Patriots and the visiting Islanders from northern Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire. Just around Nashua, New Hampshire is what I'm being told here. So we get set. This game has all sorts of importance involved with it. We'll get into that in a few moments' time with our starting goaltenders, brought to you by MyTech Auto Inc. MyTechAutoInc.com. Located here in Woodbridge, Virginia, as it's 1-0 for Howland. Howland on his backhand puts it up into the far corner where it's chased down by Will Hoer. But it's stolen away. Fed to the front on a backhand shot. Just misses the near post. Off into the corner it goes. Mikey Carr. Down low, behind the goal line there. Nolan on his backhand tried to feed it to the front, but it's intercepted by Hayden Lyle. Left open over to the near side along the half boards. Down to the corner, it's McDonald. McDonald gets checked off the puck there as it goes off to the far corner for Ian Edgington. Edgington scooping it up, trying to backhand it towards the front, but it's intercepted there by Wetmiller and is sent all the way out and down the length of the ice. This one will be an icing charge to the Islanders. 24-24 left here in the first half. Nothing scores. We're just getting underway here. For those of you on the fast hockey side, you may have seen a game prior to this one. That was East Coast versus Springfield Picks. Springfield won in a shootout. And now East Coast is 1 point ahead of these Potomac Patriots. They are fighting for home ice advantage in the playoffs. Here comes a shot from Skurlik right in on goal, and it's loose, and they'll whistle it down. Goaltender is Jeremy Lux from Munsterlingen, Switzerland. We'll get you his numbers here in a minute. As the face-off won, Islanders peeling away with it. Out through center they go. Jeremy Lux has a 5.50 goals against average and an 89% save percentage. You can find all the stats at USPHL.com for the United States Premier Hockey League. Near side now out through center, out of the reach of Logan Nasser. With Skurlik trying to get the pass through, but getting back there first will be the Islanders. A mystery man number 26. We'll find out who 26 is here in a moment. I need a 26 for the Islanders, guys. One up top, point shot, pad saved by Dustin Moyer.
You will wait till I'm ready.
Yeesh, that wasn't very nice.
Cole Smith.
Thank you, sir. And the Patriots back inside their own zone, working it around. And it was Nick Ludeman sending around the horn up top at the far blue line with a point shot and a save there. Rebound left juicy up front, but scooped away by Edgington. Up top, McCutcheon trying to take his shot through traffic there as it goes wide. Trying to chase it down. Patriots trying to move it out as Jack Strykart's working with Jake Wensley. Skurlik out there as well on the offense. Skurlik will go off on a change. Wensley trying to get there ahead of Lux, but it's sent out to the neutral zone. Slapped right back in by the Patriots as they'll have to tag up on a delayed offside. Edgington taps it in. Back behind the goal line with 2 minutes played here in the first half. Nothing score. Islanders against the Patriots. Am I correct to assume that the Patriots are the home team in this one, guys?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. It does make a difference given the changes. The last change always going to the home team as it goes all the way around the horn over to the near side boards. McDonald trying to get there first, but it'll be fed up to the blue line. Not out, kept in there by McDonald. Oh, I don't know about that.
What it comes down to, Dave, is we're listening to you on the fussiest radio since the Brave Little Toaster.
Wow.
It's that bad. I feel like you should do the game through a kazoo just so we have a basis of comparison.
Fantastic. Goes off into the far corner now as it's being chased down by Wetmiller for the Islanders. Over to the near side boards where it's Mitch Bolduc putting it along the near side for Lyle. Trying to fight away from his check as it comes up to the red line and tapped right back in. Getting a check there was Brian Fahey as it goes off into the corner towards the front of the Patriots net, but stolen away there by Jonas Glad. Up ahead now, James Thayer pinching into the play along the far side of the neutral zone. Swings it around. Lux will slow it up behind the net for Cole Smith. Near side for Nick Ludeman. Ludeman trying to poke it ahead, but the Islanders will take it away now through center. In the other direction across the Patriots line with a shot and a save there by Moyer. He puts it in the protective netting for a stoppage of play. 21:44 left here in the first. Nothing score. Hi, Linzer. How's it going? What's that? Do you want on? I that's the only headset I got. Yeah, we'll get Linzer here on the air. We'll get his impression here on that recent game. As this one is the Islanders feeding it out. Backhand, it goes over to the near corner. You all set there?
I'm hooked up. As long as you got me turned on, I'm on.
Oh, you're on. As we had the East Coast Eagles lose to the Springfield Picks, and looks like the Eagles will be cheering on the Islanders in this one because they will have a turnaround of what, an hour and
2 games on the other side.
There's 2 games left on the other side.
We have 2 games on the other side. The game going on right now, the next one, and then us.
Oh, so they are a little behind.
Yeah, they're about 20 minutes or 25 minutes behind over there.
Drats.
You got to give our guys a lot of credit on that game. I mean, Springfield, they've beaten, if I remember hearing correctly, 4 premier teams. They've been winning like 7-1, 9-0.
Oh yeah.
To drag it out to a shootout, even with a loss, is still a win.
Yeah, and Cundiff played out of his mind.
Oh my gosh!
Between the pipes for you guys, giving Kinsey the rest for the late game against Syracuse. I mean, great strategy, and Cundiff definitely he showed up to play.
And Syracuse, I mean, they're coming in. This will be their 4th game in 30 hours after driving down from Syracuse because of the weather.
Oh yeah.
So it should be an interesting afternoon.
Back behind the net it is, trapped behind Lux, trying to dig away at it. Patriots, along with the Islanders. Logan Nasser will win the battle. Up top to the point it goes to McDonald. McDonald in front of the Islanders bench, gets a pass over the half boards for Nasser. Down low, Skurlik looking. Finds it up front and it bounces over a few sticks and out into the neutral zone. Mendoza slowed it down. Kevin McDonald peeling away with it through center red. Skurlik tagging up on a delayed offside, but the Islanders will retreat with McCutcheon back over to the far corner. Over to the near side now. Trying to work his way out is Linkset. He sets up a pass now for Lyle across the Patriots line. Takes a shot off the glove of Moyer. Down the horn they go. The Islanders controlling it now inside the offensive zone as they take a point shot going wide over to the near side. McCutcheon will slow it down. Looking for Lane. He takes his shot and gloved out of the air by Thayer. Over to the far half boards and kept in there by R.J. Kindy from Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And it'll be stolen away here, and Howland will put it up in the protective netting, and we'll get a stoppage and a face-off to the left of Dustin Moyer.
I'll tell you, one thing is you watch the Islanders play. I mean, we've seen them now here already. We've seen them at the Northern Showcase up in Boston. They like to, I'll tell you, they really like taking those shots from up at the point a lot more than some teams do. A lot of the teams like to get it down low. They seem to like going around the top, up on the top of the umbrella.
Well, I hope you don't see any man advantages here as, the whistles were a little away in the last game. We did see a 5-on-3 opportunity for Springfield, and it appears to be the same officiating crew. If I'm not mistaken.
It's the same crew stayed out for this one.
Sent around over to the near boards. Patriots trying to gain control of it here as it's Smith. That's the opposite Smith. That's Connor Smith. They have a Cole Smith and a Connor Smith as this one sent down to like the ice. No icing. Dustin Moyer out there to set it up. As it's onto the stick of Nick Ludeman. Ludeman using the high glass, sending it out through neutral. Bounces over the stick of Cole Smith, so no icing. And now Carter Schultz applying some pressure here. He goes in hard with a check. Guys, is that Carter Schultz wearing 50 down there? I need a confirmation on the score sheet. I guess their radio is not working here. I'm trying to figure out who 50 is. It is not Carter Schultz. That looks like somebody else.
Whom is, Dave?
50 for the Patriots, guys.
I don't have a 50 for the Patriots.
That is problematic. Face-off won by the Patriots.
I'm told it's Spoon.
Okay, that is Elijah Spoon wearing a 50.
Spoon is wearing Schultz's jersey, and it's mismarked. We're just going to pretend that's not the case because that's a penalty.
No, it's not.
Also, 51 for the Islanders is Hallis. He's usually listed as 15, as the second 15.
I don't have a 15 on here, so Hallis.
Well, okay. Well, the other Hallis is Seo. S-E-O is all I got.
I have maybe nobody.
He might have a Speedwagon with him. I'm really not sure.
I'm going to have to look into this because I don't have either Hallis. Okay. Back it goes. Fed to the front. Elijah Spoon setting it up there. As he'll get it on his backhand towards the far circle. Ackerman trying to track it down, but he steals it away from Cole Smith there as it's the Islanders' Anthony McPhee feeding it down low for Cole Smith. Near corner it goes for Wetmiller up to the blue line, not out. Justin Mendoza into the near circle. Mendoza looking, feeds it in front there for Spoon, but he couldn't get it in his wheelhouse there as it's slapped out to the neutral zone. Thrown away by Jonas Glatt, waiting for his team to get back onside. Islanders making a change. Nice drag through move. Couldn't finish on it, but here comes Ackerman. Taking a shot, goes wide of the net. He gets hauled down. He's looking for a penalty. He won't get one. Down for Thayer. Ackerman trying to track it down there. Wetmiller back over to the opposite corner. Thayer pops it back for Ackerman. Goes out of his reach. Fed to the front. Here comes a shot. Oh, what a great save by Lux. Rebound on the backhand. Makes its way over to the far boards. Great opportunity there as Wetmiller puts it out through center. The Islanders coming back the other way. No, it's stuck in the feet of an Islanders player, and a nice hard check. And I guess we're going to get a call on that. Finishing his check will be a penalty. Interference, it was in his feet. That is a crazy call.
Yeah, it looks like RJ's not very happy down there with that call.
Glatt taking out his man as the puck was clearly in his vicinity.
That's a little bit of a question. I know I was talking with our coaching staff yesterday, and they made the comment that the officials here this weekend, it almost looks like they had gotten a directive that they were to actually call the games and not make up penalty calls.
Yeah, that puck was definitely in the skates of Fahey, but it is a Reebok Hockey penalty kill. Patriots penalties are powered by Reebok. Go to ReebokHockey.com or check out the selection here in the Pro Shop at the Prince William Ice Center. Over to the near side now. It deflects its way through and a save. Wow, that one looked like it went off the foot of Edgington back behind the net. A close call there for the Patriots. Up top to the blue line. Over to the near side. One time set up there for Lingsep, but it's cleared down the length of the ice by the Patriots. About $1:15 left on the man advantage. 6:15 left here in the first. No score. As now with it is Connor Smith. Over in front of the Patriots bench, trying to get there first is Logan Nasser as it floats its way back to Mendoza, and he saucers this one all the way down. And out to set it up is the keeper, Jeremy Lux. The Swiss goaltender. Leaving it off there as the breakout starts out here through neutral, over for Lyle along the near wing. It's going to be Kevin McDonald trying to pick his pocket. But instead, it is the Islanders maintaining it. No, it's going to squeak out across the line. And back to retrieve it is R.J. Kendi. Over to the near side for McCutcheon. Max McCutcheon from Avon, Colorado. Running it behind the net there. Fed to the front, and it looks like the net is off, and we'll get ourselves a stoppage of play. Half a minute left to kill on the penalty to Jonas Glatt for questionable interference. 15:26 left here in the first half. A lot at stake here for the Patriots. Brian Lindsay from the East Coast Eagles here with me in the booth. Looking at home ice advantage for the playoffs here. I mean, you guys currently have the 1-point advantage with one game remaining in the regular season. This is the final game for the Patriots in their regular season.
Yeah, and this is, if you're a hockey fan, you like seeing this.
Yeah.
You like seeing it come down to the end. I know the coaches and the players, they don't necessarily like it.
But even me. It's
killing me too.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's a difference of, up here or down there in North Carolina next weekend. It's,
so it looks like either we're coming to hang out with you guys or you're coming to hang out with us.
I got to pass that off on the wife.
And just tell the wife that you're coming to see us.
We'll take a trip down to North Carolina. Maybe we'll make it a family vacation.
I'll even work you. I'll even get you onto our broadcast with us if you come down. Hey,
I could be your Pierre Maguire inside the glass. 14:50 left here in the first half. Nothing is the score. We are back to even strength. As this one is one back to Thayer. And we have an injured player down on the ice. That is Tyler Nolan. He does not look like he's in any good shape right now, and he is definitely hurt.
It looks like he's clutching an arm.
David, I hate to break in here, but adjusting your radio setup might be necessary if you're going to have us at all for the rest of this contest. We can't get you at all at this point.
All right, let's move to 92.5.
So we'll switch to 92.5, and you're going to have to fiddle with your placement of your antenna for at least a bit while we have a stoppage for an injury.
All right, well, we have an injury timeout, and he is off the ice, and we'll get the face-off coming up to the right of Dustin Moyer. As the optometrists say, better, worse, or same? Better, worse, or same?
Slightly better. You're still going to have to fiddle with your antenna a bit.
What am I, Kazoo from the Flintstones? Across the line, in front of the Islanders bench is Wensley trying to take it in. He takes it over to the far half boards, looking for options here, trying to scoop it up top. And nobody's going to pinch in there. Nobody taking any chances as Nick Ludeman tries to deflect it away, but it's still carried on by the Islanders. Backhanded to an open man up front. That was Zach Merrick. But it's stolen away there and sent through center, out of their reach. Jack Strykars, and Lux will set it up along the far wing over to the near side now with a cross-ice feed from Merrick. Merrick, near circle, takes a shot, misses the blocker side high, up to the blue line and out. Tracked down by the Islanders, up the blue line, tapped in. They finish off on a couple of changes here, as Ian Edgington will pick it up in the near corner of his own zone. Over the opposite side, finds McDonald. McDonald with a slap pass through center. Oh, and he hurt Gerke on that one. Yeah, he's going to limp off the ice. That's a stinger on the inside of the leg.
Yeah, there's no good feeling there about that.
And a couple of players going down immediately in this one. Not a good sign for the Patriots. Connor Smith bats it over, and it'll be picked up by Austin Teal. And a point shot coming off the stick of Linksek goes well wide. Recovered over to the far boards. Howland having a time with it. A little bit of support from McDonald as it's tipped back behind the cage. Over the near side for Logan Nasser, trying to get it up along the wing for Skrlik. Kept in by Linkset, tries to take a shot. Blocked by Skrlik. Behind the back pass, intercepted and taken across the line. And it's Cole Smith who takes his shot, and the save made by Dustin Moyer. Top of the slot, and here comes a home run pass. Now it's out of the reach there of Skrlik. Skrlik had a chance, but he's at the end of his shift as he goes off the ice with 13 to play here in the first half. We're still looking for our first tally. Up along the near wing and deflected in by Connor Smith. With a retrieve there by Mendoza. Feathered out to neutral by Thayer. And it finds its way onto the stick of Howland. And he goes off on a change, and Islanders trying to take advantage of that now with Lyle. Lyle looking. He'll take it around the world over the far side. No, he gets crunched into the boards hard. No, he'll catch up with it now. Staying with it. Long half boards working with Brian Fahey. Down low to support now is Connor Smith. James Thayer sweeping around. He'll find it on the stick of Connor Ackerman. Ackerman trying to catch up with it in the neutral zone. He's got Elijah Spoon breaking in, but it's tipped out by the Islanders. Jonas Glatt trying to steal it away from Inkin. I beg your pardon. Justin Inkin from Parsippany, New Jersey. He'll pick up that pass from McCutcheon, and he gets knocked down on a check. Trying to steer it away is Elijah Spoon, who overshadows him while he's down on his keister. A side angle shot here from a low percentage area. It goes off the stick of Moyer off into the near corner. Tracking it down is Nick Ludeman. Up along the far circle, Connor Ackerman leading the breakout now with the pass up for Elijah Spoon. He'll deflect it in. No icing, and we get a healthy change here for the Patriots.
Yeah, both teams definitely started to look like they were breathing heavy on those long shifts.
McDonald through center trying to put the pass on the tape of Logan Nasser. And picked off and taken the other way by Bolduc, who puts it right in on the Patriot logo of Dustin Moyer. Did he just throw the puck at that guy coming around the back?
Yeah, he did. Moyer, as soon as he came around the back, he just chucked it at the kid.
All right.
He sort of handed it back in a way of saying, hey, you know what, you can keep this, I don't want it.
The blood is starting to boil here. Nice. Is that some Boss Tones as the shot goes over?
I like that.
Into the far corner. And up top. Trying to take this shot through traffic, but it's picked up by Nasser on his backhand. In the way of that one was an Islanders player as it comes up now through center. And it's a pass from Howland onto the tape of Mikey Carr across the line. Stops. Winds up, takes a shot. Lux makes a save. hits him right in the neck protector, and he'll glove it down for a face-off with 11:02 left here in the first half.
Looking down on what John was saying earlier about 15 for the Islanders, it looks like that may just be an extra jersey that they have that they're wearing for one reason or another.
Yeah. That may be the case. I think you're right.
I know most of the teams seem to have at least one or two of those.
Chase down in the corner there, sent around the horn. Will Hoer taking along over for the near side. As it's taken out through center, but picked off the red line by Mendoza for Ackerman. Touched up there. Jack Strykar's onside, has his stick chopped away from him. He goes crashing into the net. It will be an interference call against the Islanders, as we'll have our first CrossIceFeed power play. 10:41 left here in the first.
I mean, that right there was a penalty. That would have been a hard one to explain as an official why you didn't call. I mean, I know the interference has seemed to have been the favorite penalty call amongst all the officiating crews this weekend. I mean, that one you could have very easily have called a slash, but you know what? It's 2 minutes either way.
Yeah, it's 2 minutes or less. Let's see as this face-off comes up to the left of Jeremy Lux. Off to the far corner, Islanders trying to squeeze it out. Chris Howland peeling away there. He's got a couple of Islanders on his tail, and Jake Wensley comes in to support there. Over to the far boards. Howland down to Skurlik. Skurlik, backdoor shot. Oh, and a save by Lux. Still loose out front, and it's cleared up to the blue line and out. Behind McDonald it goes. Almost a breaking chance on a short hand there, as it was Fahey trying to work his way around. As across the line is Mikey Carter. Skurlik. Skurlik takes his shot. Doesn't get it on target. As he'll chase off that rebound off the shin pad of a Islanders player up front as it goes over to the far corner back for Skurlik. Skurlik trying to feather it on over to Howland. Howland lifts that one up top to McDonald. Over to the near circle, towards the front. Oh, and it just deflects wide. Over to the near post. Back behind the goal line. Wakely gets taken out of the play, and there come the Islanders trying to clear this one up along the high glass and out in neutral zone. Gloved out of the air by Mikey Carr.
2 points for that takedown, Stearns.
You got it. And it's over for McDonald. Across the line, staying with it. Almost has it poked away, and Wensley there to pick it up. Wensley surveying his options down low behind the goal line for Skurlik. Possible future roommates at Bethel University up there, or Bethel College, I beg your pardon, up in Minnesota. You know, Skurlik's committed. Wensley's thinking about it. Carr pulls the trigger and he misses the blocker side high. Goes over to the far boards and backhanded down the length of the ice by Hayden Lyle. Not a bad setup as they got a half a minute left on the power play. 9:10 left here in the first half. Still looking for our first goal. Near side rush for Mendoza. Out through neutral, loses control of the puck, and it's left on the neutral side of the blue line and kicked out by the Islanders as Patriots look for one last rush with 10 seconds on the man advantage. Logan Nasser along the near side, up ahead now for Edgington. Edgington has Glatt, and breaking towards the net is Strykars, but this one goes right in on Lux. We're back to even strength with 8:40 to play here in the first half. Shots 9-7 in favor of the Patriots, and a lot of the control of the play I think is in favor of Potomac as well, but some good opportunities for the Islanders all the same.
Yeah, I mean, Potomac, they've done a really good job getting the puck in, getting the shots in on Lux. But the one thing they haven't done is keeping the Islanders from getting that odd man rush going the other way. When they have gotten it, the Islanders have been able to get really good shots in on net.
And here comes Connor Smith trying to work his way around the outside over to the near side. And it floats on the stick of Max McCutcheon, who puts it back down behind the goal line. But it's intercepted by Mendoza. Mendoza taking it out to the front ever so dangerously. Onto the tape of Jonas Glatt. Ahead now, Ackerman. And it's offside. And getting a nice shove there was Elijah Spoon, wearing Carter Schultz his uni for this tilt. His final game for these Potomac Patriots of the Elite Division in this Potomac Patriots Showcase, hosted by the Hutzler family and the Prince William Ice Center. PWIce.com for the stick and shoot, public skate schedules, and much, much more. Located here at 5180 Dale Boulevard in Woodbridge, Virginia. Across the line are the Islanders. Oh, and a hard check there by Connor Ackerman. Nicely done. Sent down through center, but intercepted by McCutcheon along the near wing for Connor Smith, trying to get some zone entry, and they are just a hair offside. It was a close one. Teal was just inside that blue line, maybe by a hair.
Yeah, I mean, had he held his foot down, he would have been okay. It was just that back foot just came up, and that's what got him.
Face-off just outside of the Patriots zone. Inkin losing control of it. Gerke, who appears to have recovered from that stinger on the inside of his knee, is back out there on the ice. Can't lose any more guys to this roster. We are without Nick Gray, who has re-aggravated an upper body injury. We're going to have a delayed call coming up here to the Islanders as Anthony McPhee took down his man with a trip. And that's another power play. They're 0 for 1. Looking to go 1 for 2 with 7:54 left here in the first half. It's 0-0. Let's see if we can open up the scoring. Got a new DJ in the booth today. It's Brian Schrems.
I'm liking the music.
You're welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Face-off coming up to the left of Jeremy Lux. And it's won by the Islanders. Looking for an opening here. Sent around the horn by Will Hoare and out to the neutral zone. Wensley taking out his check there as it floats on for McDonald. Down over to the far circle. It's Howland getting a return pass from Skurlik up top of the umbrella. McDonald fakes a shot over for Mikey Carr. Couldn't get it completely in his wheelhouse. He'll give it another go here as he passes it up top to McDonald. Point shot, and it's loose up front and swept away by the Islanders and down into the Patriots zone as Moyer is out to set it up. Leaving it there for Kevin McDonald, who is being shadowed by Hayden Lyle. So he'll drop it back for Howland. Howland leading the breakout with 7 to go here in the first half. No score. Far side half boards Wensley up top. McDonald looking. Carr looking. Sends it up front and it goes just wide of the far post. I know he wanted to take the one-time slapper, but he had to control it there as he was a little unsure of himself. Patriots still maintaining control. Skurlik going toe-to-toe there with Hoare. And Skurlik wins the battle, but the puck finds its way up top. Kept in by McDonald. McDonald looking. And he'll jump that one over to Howland. Howland down low to Skurlik. Skurlik over to Wensley with a shot that goes over the head of Lux and over to the near side, Mickey Carr trying to get there first as it goes off into no man's land. And that's going to be a tripping call against the Patriots coming up here as Lyle got taken down. Dustin Moyer will touch it up and we'll get the call. 4-on-4 hockey for 26 seconds. And then an abbreviated power play goes to the Islanders with 6:20 left here in the first half. Still looking for our first goal.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Lyle. I mean, he went down real awkward. It looked like he was trying to turn as he got taken down. I know, and it looks like he's favoring the right leg.
Yeah.
So not something. No matter which team you are, you never want to see that happen.
Yeah, and the way he went, it was both feet out at the same time, landed on his right side. So he might have a little bit of a stinger going there. Maybe on his hip or his ankle, depending on how he exactly fell. Ludeman around over to the far side. He finds it on the stick of Edgington. Edgington leading the charge out through neutral across the Islander line. Still with it on his backhand. Around the world he goes over to the near corner. And it's a little bit crowded over around this near side. And it's up to the top of the circle. Islanders find it, but it's kept in there. Ludeman pops it in over to the far circle. Trying to chase it there is Ackerman. 5:50 left here in the first. No score, and now it is a power play for the Islanders.
2 minutes for tripping. Wednesday, 2 for tripping at 6:20 on the CrossIceFeed 4.
And now up top, it's Cole Smith looking for a lane, and it's cut off nicely there by Connor Ackerman, trying to go there for a shorthanded breakaway, but it's recovered by Linkson. A bouncer goes back behind Moyer. He'll have to let Edgington get there to play it. Turned over to Teal down into the far corner. Back to Teal. Teal taking a shot, bounced its way onto the pad of Moyer and slapped down the length of the ice by the Patriots with 50 seconds left to kill. Down to 5:10 left here in the first half, no score. Cole Smith dropping it off there for Max McCutcheon. Up along the near wing and deflected up by Teal, but recovered by Mendoza as he sends it right back into the Islander zone. McCutcheon getting pressured by Nasser, drops it off for Connor Smith. With a cross-ice feed onto the tape of R.J. Kendi, but taken away by Thayer and put back into the Islanders' territories. Connor Smith deflects it off into the near corner, and Justin Mendoza back there on his backhand. And now he's having a little bit of a trouble there as Logan Nasser will support and send it around the horn. And here comes a chance now. Jack Strykar's in on goal. Oh, and he gets taken out. That is definitely a trip. Will that be a penalty shot? No, it's just a plain old trip. So 4 seconds until we go into yet another CrossIceFeed power play. Jack Strykar is getting bumped there by Hayden Lyle.
Yeah, even one of them.
But going to the box is R.J. Kendi. Or Kendry, I beg your pardon. Kendi. It is Kendi. Face off to the right of Jeremy Lux. 4:24 left here in the first. No shortage of penalties in this one. Swept up to the blue line and out. And it is the CrossIceFeed power play. Here, as we simulcast on Fast Hockey.
My captain's not going to be very happy with me.
You got the key, sir.
I told him I didn't have it. I just found it.
And it is offsides against the Patriots.
I'll tell you, I'll run it down to him at the break.
There
We got 4 minutes left. I got so much else in the pockets doing equipment today. I didn't even realize it was in there.
Patriots hockey, partly sponsored by the Spina Joint Institute. SJInstitute.com for more details on how to book your appointment with Dr. Maria Schaefer or Dr. Felix Yeskin for your family wellness, sports medicine, and chiropractic needs. Located in Fairfax, Virginia. McDonald retreats way back inside of his own zone. He likes that open ice, move things along as he puts it off over on the far side of the neutral zone onto the tape of Howland. Howland across the line. He's got two pressuring. Teal will have it deflected off of his stick and into his own bench, and the faceoff will be inside the Islander zone to the left of Jeremy Lux, who has seen 10 shots in this contest versus Dustin Moyer's 8. Faceoff one back up to the blue line. Mikey Carr on his backhand will send it off in the corner. Nick Skrlik will chase it down. Couldn't backhand it around an Islanders player in the way. Mikey Carr couldn't glove it down on the clear. And it'll be McDonald to chase it down. Back in his own zone. Howland trying to get it up onto the stick of Jake Wensley, but the Islanders will find it up along the high glass and down the length to the ice. 1 minute on the penalty against the Islanders as R.J. Kendi. So we come down to 3:15 left here in the first. Across the line, Jake Wensley looking. Skrlik. He's sitting there at the back door, but he's well covered as it comes up along the near side for Carr. We'll put this one into the air. Down there to support with Skrlik as he left his post, and this one is launched down by the Islanders. Having a little trouble getting set up here as the second unit comes out for the Patriots with 3 to play and 30 seconds on the man advantage. Having a little trouble getting out of there is Justin Mendoza, but now he'll lead the breakout. Peeling away from his man as he comes across the Islander line. Still with it. Far circle. Curling feeds it to the front off the side of the net. And a shot can't make its way through traffic. Top of the near circle. Slapped in and kept in by Jack Strykars. James Thayer having some trouble with his footing. Loses an edge and falls. Clearing attempt foiled. Logan Nasser trying to put a shot on net. Sticked away by Lux. Over to the far half boards. Chasing her down is Jack Strykars in tandem with Logan Nasser as we're back to five-a-side hockey, and we'll have a stoppage here and some pushing and shoving after the whistle. I take it they're just going to blow it dead because the puck was underneath the body.
Yeah, I mean, the puck was there, and you got the pleasantries, the Christmas card lists are starting to get created already.
There you go. 2:23 left on the clock here for the first half. Still looking for our first goal. Penalty box door is still open for the Islanders. We have nobody occupying these boxes, but it'll be shut. Nobody new is going in there. We'll take a break from calling these penalties for a moment, because I'm sure another one is probably coming. Jonas Glatt moved up from defense, now playing center. One back, Gerke to Thayer. Thayer will tap it behind the goal line, trying to chase it there, Skrlik. And it goes past one Islander, sticking onto another as it goes over to the near side with a breakout for Lyle. Lyle across center red, and he launches this one down. Moyer tried to get his paddle on it. It did get a piece, but it goes floating over to the near side. Skrlik had it bounce over his stick. A turnaround shot and a pad save by Moyer. Mendoza getting bumped around there. Bill went out the battle for the puck. Tried to get it on the stick there of James Thayer. Comes up to the far blue line. Kept active by the Islanders. They have an Islander posted up in front of the net. He was the only one there pressuring offensively as everyone was on the opposite side. So it'll find its way out into the neutral zone. McCutcheon floats that one on, and Moyer will hold on. And he's none too pleased about the one Islander player that came floating through. And tapped him. It was Mitch Bolduc. Bolduc will go to the box for touching Moyer after that whistle had gone.
He literally did it. He just got tipped with
him.
a stick. It was Moyer's stick that got tapped. I don't think he actually got Moyer.
That's a light call.
Wow.
Talk about one going in their favor. Oh, boy. The East Coast Eagles faithful in here aren't too pleased about that call.
I'm sure the Islanders coaching staff
and them too, of course.
They're probably shaking. They're over there shaking their head, thinking, "What? Huh? Got my boys down right below us."
Yeah, I see it. As this one's cleared out. Is that your Empire or Elite guys?
That's mostly Elite.
Okay, so they're getting set.
They're relaxing a little bit before the next game.
There you go. 3:45 is the start time for that one. Assuming everything
Estimated
on
start
time.
time.
Yeah. Here comes a chance. Connor Smith with a shot, a blocker save by Moyer. Short-handed drive by the Islanders.
This is like a college basketball tournament. The start time is never really the start time.
Now, at least they don't have 5 timeouts each.
And the last minute doesn't take an hour.
Exactly. Hey, you got to plug in as many commercials as possible. As it goes back, Jeremy Lux sending it around the glass and dasher all the way out. A single effort there by Lux to clear it down into the Patriots zone. And Zach Merrick doing some forechecking here on the penalty kill as Edgington will have to retreat it back to Mendoza through center now for Jack Strykar. Strykar setting up a pass for Nasser across the line. Nasser having trouble with one, drops it back to McDonald, over to Ackerman. Ackerman near circle, takes a shot and a save by Jeremy Lux. And he'll hold on for the faceoff. Don't even sneeze on that goalie, you might get a penalty. 55 seconds left on the man advantage, but 37.1 left here in the first half. No score here at the Prince William Ice Center.
You just look at the goalie and you might get a penalty. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a penalty for looking at them.
I know. Let's look away. Let's look away. Maybe we can call it off the reflection of that far glass. Face off to the right of Lux. Patriots and Islanders doing battle here. Patriots looking for home ice advantage in the playoffs. East Coast currently has the 1-point lead in that department with one more game to finish here in the regular season. Patriots looking to leapfrog as it's Wensley over to the far circle. Howland to the back door looking for Mikey Carr. Working on this set play here during the power plays. They're 0 for 3 so far as McDonald takes a shot and deflected off of an Islander, sticking out of play. Faceoff will stay inside with 18.7 left here in the first. Wensley will take the faceoff up against Hayden Lyle. Lyle wins it back. Wetmiller trying to find it, but it goes on to the stick of Mikey Carr up top. McDonald feeds it down and looking for the redirect from Wensley as it goes wide. Howland behind the back for Skurlik. Skurlik has it poked away, but Howland recovers. 5 seconds left, and he gets checked into the boards. It looks like it'll be a 0-0 score going into the dressing room. Wait, McDonald has a chance, takes a shot, it's deflected just wide as the buzzard sounds. The buzzer sounds, not the buzzard. If there were a buzzard in here, we'd be all in trouble. 18 seconds on the penalty to Bolduc, and a very questionable tap on Dustin Moyer will carry over into the second half. Islanders, Patriots will resume action here in a few moments' time. Stay tuned.
First intermission here with Chris Howland. Chris, back and forth action there in the first period. Nobody seems to really have established control of this game. What's your thought process going through? This is a big second half for you guys.
Well, we know as our first power play unit, we got to start burying the pucks that we do all the time. We're struggling out there. We're getting away from our systems, and I feel like if we calm down, we're right in this game. We have all the momentum going our way. We just got to do our job, and we'll take care of business.
What's the consensus among the players in the locker room right now? You saw the East Coast lost earlier. That opens the door for you. What's it going to take for you guys to finish out here?
It's going to take hard work. I mean, we've been given a gift in that shootout win, and we know that the destiny's in our hands right now, and if we don't take care of business, it's a moot point, so we got to do our job, and hope to God it works.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Stern just about to get started here the second half of this game. Big half here for the Patriots. See if they can pull out a win and coast into this afternoon, looking for an East Coast loss to Syracuse. Back to you.
Welcome back to the ice.
Welcome back to the Prince William Ice Center here in Woodbridge, Virginia. So we're getting ready for the second half action between the Potomac Patriots and the Islanders. 0-0 score. Going into this second half, 18 seconds left on a penalty to Bolduc. A very questionable contact on Dustin Moyer. We'll take it on the Patriots side of things. East Coast, maybe not, as they look on. And Islanders as well, so 2 against 1. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the coin, I guess.
I've got you up here, David. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. Very anxious for that 3:45 estimated start for the East Coast in Syracuse.
Just
game.
a note: the Pats aren't playing with a goal today, so this should be a lock.
Oh, there it goes.
Wait, there it is. We're good.
Yep, it's in. As we are running slightly behind on this side. I
think both sides are running a little bit behind at this point.
We got Empire action. Florida Eels against Potomac Patriots on this side after. They're just going to roll into another. As we check to see if the goaltender is set on the opposite side, Jeremy Lux.
He's in his own world.
He's doing some very careful inspection of the net. Turn down the music over there so they can hear him. There you go. There you go. They couldn't get the goalie's attention. Face off at center ice as we have a weird starter already established here for the second half. Islanders shorthanded, but they'll win the face-off and they'll clear it down the length of the ice. Giving the Patriots maybe one last rush here on the man advantage. Deep inside there, oh man. Here comes a chance. The Islanders trying to feud it to the front, shorthanded. It was Brian Fahey up top of the point shot, just missed on the glove side of Dustin Moyer. And we are going to return to full strength here. Ian Edgington having some trouble getting out of his own zone. The Islanders doing a great job containing him. Now comes around over to the far corner and trying to race there to get it first as Connor Ackerman as it's tipped off. Kevin McDonald and steered out through neutral. Jack Strykar is trying to catch up with it at the red line. Islanders will have control of it. No, it's picked away by Jack Strykar and swept in deep for Lux behind his own cage. Picked up there by Wetmiller. Wetmiller having a bit of a time. Turned over. Jake Wensley. Wensley looking for an option. Up top to the point to Mendoza, who pulls the trigger, deflected through. They score! Who left the toilet seat up? It's 1-0 Patriots.
And I'll tell you, that right there is just a good shot up from the point and got tipped on the way through. I mean, really not a whole lot Lux could have done to make that save. I mean, it was tipped probably 5-10 feet right off the top of his crease, so not a whole lot he could have done to make that save.
I believe Connor Ackerman may have gotten a piece of that. They took the puck away. I think that may have been it. Coach Ziegler is all smiles there. 1-0 with the 24 minutes left here. 24 and change left in the second half. Patriots are on the board.
I mean, that right
Stearns
there.
alert. Stearns alert. The press is Ackerman got it.
Welcome back, Connor. But you said you were depressed he got it? Oh, you were
Alert
impressed.
the presses.
Oh, alert the presses. Connor Ackerman got it. I thought he said he was depressed he got it. I was like, what? Why would you be so sad?
Because he's an Eagles fan.
Yeah, don't speak for him. 1-0 Potomac here on the Islanders. Islanders looking to respond. Here comes a 2-on-1 developing. Connor Smith breaking towards the net. A pass just out of his reach. And Dustin Moyer goes crashing into that with James Thayer, who lost an edge and fell into his keeper. Oh boy, I beg your pardon, it's not Thayer. Is that Stephen Gerke? Yes, it is. Thought I saw 17. Yeah, hello. Face-off will be to the left of Dustin Moyer. A little shaking up on that one. He'll just shake it off. And
I'm surprised the refs didn't call some penalty there.
against Gerke?
Take it out your old goaltender.
Yeah, right. And it's Mendoza with it now. Controlling it along over the wing for Stephen Gerke. Around the back pass there, intercepted by the Islanders. Fed along over to the near side. Up on the stick of number 15, I believe we're saying it's Hallis. And it's chased down by Gerke on his backhand, down low for Mendoza. Mendoza over to the near corner, finds Thayer. Up ahead now and tipped out to center by Elijah Spoon. Here comes a breakaway chance with Howland. 2-on-0 with Glatt. Howland in on goal. He scores! Top shelf for Mama Hides the peanut butter. 2-0 Patriots.
Or as my broadcast partner would say at home, where Mama hides the cookies.
You got it.
Either way, Mama's hiding something there.
Yeah. It's been hidden for quite some time, and the Patriots have found it as they get two within pretty much a minute and a half of each other. Oh, brother. Wettmiller putting it ahead. Here's the call.
I credit my interview to helping him get that goal. So,
So there, they should accept your interview offers during the intermissions. Oh, and there's a missed call there. Islanders could have had a man advantage as Fahey got his feet taken out from underneath the Mikey Carr across the near side. Feeding it to the front, trying to find Wensley. Wensley will have it, though, in the near corner. Trying to fight off one check there. And a little support as he drops it over. And it comes to the front. Wensley takes a shot and a save by Lux. And from the opposite point there, it misses everybody. Comes over to the near side boards for Howland. Howland up top. Edgington with a shot and a save. The rebound. And steered over to the near side boards. Howland back up top to Edgington. Edgington through traffic, and it's deflected off the ankle of Whitmiller and goes over to the far boards. Kept active by the Patriots for the moment, but it's recovered and launched out into the air through center and recovered by Edgington. Edgington across center red puts it in. Not deep enough there as Fahey slowed it up. And it is sent down the length of the ice, missing everybody. This one will come back an icing charge to the Islanders with 21:35 left here in the second. Patriots up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, you have just the current line with the Islanders out there. They've been out there a while. You could tell they wanted to get that out, but not all the way down so they could go off. But unfortunately, one of the quirky rules with the junior hockey, they got to stay out.
No change. As it's won into the near corner, Wettmiller swinging it around for Will Hoer in front of the bench. Fahey having a little bit of a time as this one hits the Raptors, and we'll get that stoppage. And they're saying it was launched out of play by the Islanders. I saw a signal like, yeah, hands up, like don't change, but they're letting them change. A little bit of confusion, but they'll get some fresh legs out there on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, they needed the line that was out there had been out there close to 2 minutes, so they needed a change.
And to the left of Lux, it's the Islanders walking away with it now through center with Connor Smith, trying to get around Mendoza. Mendoza trying to cut off his angle. He pokes it over to the half boards near side. Down into the corner it goes. Onto the tape there. Logan Nasser who launches this one up. Connor Ackerman couldn't stick it down as it's Linkset putting it through center for Teal. A little back and forth. Teal receiving it again. No, it's turned over. Nasser. Kevin McDonald looking. Finds it over for Nick Skurlik. Skurlik trying to get it past Cole Smith. Logan Nasser was going towards the net, but Connor Smith will have it along the near side inside the Patriots zone along the half boards. Had it poked away. Point shot from Cole Smith right into the breadbasket of Dustin Moyer. 20:45 left here in the second. 2-0 Patriots. Patriots Hockey is proudly partnered with the Potomac Prospects. Visit pwhockey.com for more details and also check out their Facebook page. Potomac Prospects, the future of the Potomac Patriots. Along the near side now, it's Elijah Spoon looking for options through center. He gets it onto the stick of Stephen Gerke, trying to beat out his check around Kendi. Goes off from the corner, feeds it to the front and almost finds Elijah Spoon. Knifed away over to the near side now. Spoon forks it over to the far corner. Nobody there for the Patriots to pick it up as it goes on for Thayer. To the top, here's Spoon with a shot and it's blocked. Taken away now. Back the other way is Merrick. Merrick looking towards the front there. Holding his post is Dustin Moyer. And he'll swallow it up for face-off coming up to his left. Little bit of pushing and shoving between the number 8s, but they'll separate. Jonas Glatt going toe-to-toe there with Mitch Bolduc.
You're not moving up there, Stearns. There we go.
Got to keep the roof up there.
Stop Windsor. Stop Windsor. He's ruining the song.
I'm supporting the structural integrity of this establishment. Backhanded by Bolduc, just goes wide. Over to the far half boards now. Howland. He controls it as he spins away and sends it out through the neutral zone. Max McCutcheon having trouble with it now. Mikey Carr puts it up into the protective netting, and the faceoff will come outside of the Islanders line. 20 minutes exactly left here in the second half.
Now, Dave, I haven't been able to listen to most of your game. Have you mentioned where the Islanders are from?
They are from, I believe you said, is it Nashua, New Hampshire?
Yeah, they're from New Hampshire. Their rink is listed as in being in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I wonder if they call themselves the Islanders Hockey Club simply because they realize there are no islands at either place.
Or they got some really cool jerseys by taking the name Islander.
I mean, the Tennessee Oilers did exist in the NFL for 3 seasons, so...
This is true. And there's no oil in Tennessee, is there now?
Not that I know of.
There are some Titans.
There's maybe a little bit of oil if you go to the auto parts store.
True.
They were going to change to the Copperheads, but apparently the NFL didn't want reptilian names. I thought it would have been pretty awesome. Yeah, Tennessee Oilers, New Hampshire, Massachusetts Islanders.
Nice glove
Sure.
save, snagged out of the air by Moyer. Yeah.
I mean, there is some water. I mean, they've got a lighthouse on the jersey. There's a few lighthouses in both New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
I thought those were for airplanes, you know. Those are the control towers. This one bouncing just past the near post and off into the corner it goes. Howard trying to swing it around the horn. McDonald lofts this one out through center, but it's caught up there by Wetmiller. Wetmiller deflects it off of a Patriot player off into the far corner. Chasing it down is Ian Edgington, but it's tapped back. And Fahey trying to feed it to the front. Fahey does find a lane, but it's sticked away by Moyer. Up along the far circle now. McDonald trying to stay ahead of his man. McDonald with the pass ahead, deflected in by Mikey Carr. No icing. We'll get a wholesale change for the Patriots. Some changes coming for the Islanders, and they're trying to take advantage of this. Here's Wetmiller, finds the open ice off the glove of a Patriots player, and off over into the far corner it goes as Thayer will catch up with it. Onto the stick of Connor Smith. Connor Smith back behind the goal line. Oh, and he collides hard there with Justin Mendoza, and Mendoza takes out another man. He is a one-man wrecking machine. Out through center now, Logan Nasser across the blue line into Islanders territory. He tries to steer towards Lux on the backhand, and a save off the side of the net there. And Lux did get a piece of that one over to the near side boards now. Patriots still trying to maintain control. Cole Smith trying to batter away from Logan Nasser. He gets some support there. Around the back pass by Connor Smith, intercepted. Here comes a chance now. Skurlik over with a backhand shot from Logan Nasser. Just misses the net there, I believe. Lux did get a piece of it, and this one's deflected out through neutral. Breakaway chance coming up here for Hallis. Hallis can't get ahead of Nick Ludeman, who caught up into the play, but he sets up a pass for Connor Smith. Smith on his backhand tried to shove it towards the front of the net. It goes off into the near corner of the Patriots zone up top. Cole Smith, his pass to Lig. I thought that one Linkset had it just inside the blue line. No, they're going to call it delayed offside. He did touch it, so the offside will be whistled down. I thought it did squeak its way.
It came out probably 4 or 5 inches, brought back in. Should go all the way down, potentially. No, they're going to leave it just outside the zone.
Yeah, it's situational. I don't think that was the right situation for it, but the face-off will be in front of the Patriots bench with 18:06 left here in the second. 2-0 Patriots lead. With 2 goals within a minute and a half stretch there. Connor Ackerman getting his finally. And across the line, Glatt setting up a pass. Here's Elijah Spoon taking a shot, going wide with it. Edgington catching up with it. And he gets a hard check there, trying to keep it tight at the blue line. It's still in! And he can't get it in deep. But it'll be retreated over to the near side now for Hallis. Hallis couldn't clear it out. Glatt keeping it in there, working with Spoon. It's in Glatt's feet, up top to the blue line, still not out. And finally a diving effort by Hallis gets it out into the neutral zone. Garkey tapping it right back in, not into the corner, as it's Cole Smith that'll put it over to the near side boards, where Hallis will try to push it out yet again. Elijah Spoon and McDonald trying to work for it. And Hallis went diving in there. McDonald will strip the puck away from that situation as it goes on over for Stephen Gerke. Deking his way to the top of the slab with a shot. It goes off the ankle up front by Linkset. Talik Linkset as it's deflected over to the far half boards. Max McCutcheon finds an open opportunity over to the near side boards, and out it goes. McDonald will toss this one right back in. Linkset back there to chase to McCutcheon. Gerke trying to finish a check there and kind of lost an edge while doing so. We come down to 17 minutes left here in the second half. Kendi on the near side wing. Trying to get around Mikey Carr. Carr bumps him into the boards, but the puck still goes inside the Patriots zone where it's recovered by Wensley. Wensley to the opposite side, sent up and out. Mikey Carr will catch up with it with a nice pass back for Howland. Howland trying to split his way through. He'll curl away over to the far half-boards, setting up to the front and almost deflected on by Wensley. Or maybe even Ben McCutcheon stick that tap that one through, but regardless, it's Lyle feathering this one out through center. Fahey across the line, drops it off there for Kendi. Kendi takes a shot, steered aside by the pad of Moyer. Sent around over to the far corner, stuffed to the front again, but Moyer stops that one up with the paddle. Wensley leading the 2-on-2 break the other way, but he'll tap it in. No icing on the other side of red, and we'll get a wholesale change for the Patriots. And the Islanders will get out some fresh offense as we come down to 16 left here in the half. Over for Will Hoer. Backhands it around Nick Ludeman. Chased down by Ian Edgington. He goes in there with Connor Smith. Smith wins that battle for the puck. Puts it over for Teal, but it'll be peeled away. And Logan Nasser through center. I beg your pardon, that's not Nasser, that's Jack Strykars, but it's stolen away by the Islanders. Back the other way they go, 3-on-3. Up top, Connor Smith, high slot, drops it near circle. Hoer spins it around and turns it over. And it'll be taken by Logan Nasser this time. Tries to clear it out. Teal got a piece of it, and a second effort by Nasser. Puts it up to the blue line with the support of Connor Ackerman and out into the Islanders zone where Hoer will put it up along the left wing and scooped in behind Dustin Moyer where he'll set it up behind the cage. Ludeman looking for some open ice here. Finds it up to Jack Strykars, but he couldn't get a solid pass out. As it's dumped right back in by the Islanders. We'll have a delayed call coming up here to the Patriots. And it's a cross check. Now a little extra shove coming. A little contact as well from Talek. Link set from Norway. From Skedsmo, Norway to be exact. Happy President's Day and happy birthday, George Washington. Here on a Monday, a federal holiday here as we finish out this Potomac Patriots showcase.
Thank you, Surds.
It's just getting deep up here.
I guess so. Here's a shorthanded rush the other way.
I didn't
McDonald.
know George Washington was Santa.
I didn't know either.
That makes it so much more American.
Cleared down and
The more you know.
Misinformation
Bum, 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 bum.
from these teachers down in the scorekeeper's box. Inkin up and over the stick of Thayer off of the far corner. These are the teachers that are teaching the future of this great country of ours. Oh boy.
Don't get me started.
Inkin with it now. Along his own blue line, he'll drop it back there. Cole Smith. Cole Smith will take it up himself. Not much coming here on the Reebok Hockey penalty kill. ReebokHockey.com. Or check out the selection here in the Pro Shop at the Prince William Ice Center. Cole Smith across the line. Drops it over to the far circle and easily snagged out of the air by Dustin Moyer. And some more pushing and shoving ensues. Connor Ackerman has none of it as Ryan Fahey looked like he wanted to push and shove and bump around back there, but cooler heads prevail. The face-off will come up to the right of Moyer.
So I got a question for you. Have you been able to figure out, I mean, obviously the Islanders on their pants shells, they've got that little puzzle piece. Have you figured out what that is?
No. What do you got?
I'll give you the next stoppage.
All right. Little trivia. Every player for the Islanders organization has a puzzle piece on their jersey.
On their pants.
On their pants. That's what it is. As it's now gloved out of the air, and the Islanders trying to set things up. And now a point shot and a great glove save by Dustin Moyer through the traffic.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is it's symbolic of they're all piece of the puzzle, but I don't know.
They're all pieces of the puzzle.
Just found out it's actually autism awareness.
Is it autism awareness?
Yes, our great cameraman.
Good look. Yep, you are correct. A lot of players, do support during like Cancer Awareness Month and, with the Pink for breast cancer and the like. So this one goes through and blocked down by Stephen Gerke as this one sent down the length of the ice, 20 seconds left to kill. Hockey players, they do a lot of great work with, charity and awareness. And brings me back to like Derek Guzik wearing the blue pads. This one gets deflected out of play. He was wearing the blue pads for, I believe it was prostate cancer awareness. If I have the correct color. That was earlier on this season. 13-15 left here in the second half. 2-0 Potomac. 8 seconds left on Logan Nasser's penalty. This one's gloved down to the air by Cole Smith. And it goes back for Hoer through center. Time is running out here on the man advantage for the Islanders, and it is back to 5-a-side hockey with 13:05 left here in the second. Wensley backhands it off the linesman and out. Smith on the near side blue line goes to the far side blue line as Hallis takes his shot and misses the target altogether over to the near side. Now a turnaround shot from Hallis, and it's led along now for Carr. Carr into the Islander zone. Stops it up over for Wensley. Into the slot. He scores!
Point blank shot. Couldn't have asked for a nicer one.
Shake and bake. It's Wensley. 12:46 left here in the second half. 3-0 Patriots. And I helped. Patriots finally loosening up here as the first half we saw a 0-0 score, and the Patriots had a long talk with Coach Ziegler and Coach Hildreth, and they're having a little bit of fun now. This makes that 3:45 game more important.
Scored by number 20, Jake Wensley. Assisted by number 52, Michael Cobb.
So now if my math is right, and I've never said I was a math wizard,
Or a mathematician.
you guys will leapfrog us back by 1 point, so we have to at least go to overtime.
Exactly. Yep. That is the current situation.
We're all becoming math whizzes with all the standings.
Do you want to be my accountant?
No.
Across the line, Jack Strykars, far side, feeds it to the front, and it deflects just wide over to the near side boards. Islanders trying to break it out here. And kept active by Nasser, fed to the slot, but it's going to be cleared out by McCutcheon all the way down the ice. No icing, as Edgington will catch up with it before the goal line. Off into the corner he goes. Connor Smith taking him to task. He goes out through neutral. Speaking of Connor Ackerman trying to work his way around the defender, and it's cleared down. Nick Ludeman catching up with it, leaving it there. Kevin McDonald will work it along the near side. Through center now with the pass onto the stick of Jack Strykars. He couldn't hop away from Linkset. Linkset will have it over to the far side of his own zone. Up in front of his bench, missing everybody. And this one will be an icing as Mendoza will get there first. And Jack Strykars, I don't know what that was, but something happened in front of the Patriots bench.
It looks like Lockset and Reese, something happened there. Not sure what it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Jack Strykars wearing the Reese jersey. Yeah. Got to change that nameplate and the number, and yeah. Of course, the Patriots wearing their third jerseys from last season, and they carry it on here. They had a chance to change some of the names, but they also had an injury bug bite them and had a few call-ups here throughout the year. Of course, Tyler Nolan being one, Nick Ludeman being the other, and Jack Strykars as well. And Elijah Spoon is the recent addition from a few months back. Former Washington Junior National joining the fray. And we'll get a timeout called. With 11:35 left here in the second, 3-0 Patriots. Patriots are proudly sponsored by the Hutzler family and the Prince William Ice Center, the hosting site for this Potomac Patriots showcase. Hopefully this becomes an annual tradition.
This is a fun one. I'm enjoying this.
It is a lot of fun, and hopefully we can continue it on next season. PWIce.com for more information about the Prince William Ice Center. This place is still fairly new, 2.5 years.
I was going to say, when it comes to the rinks in the South, when it comes to the really nice rinks in the South that have junior hockey, you've got here. Even though they don't have junior hockey, there is quite a bit there with us doing our showcase there the last couple of years. Charlotte Extreme Ice Center.
Yep.
Looks like a mountain lodge. I mean, that's the easiest way to describe the place.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying the rest of the buildings aren't nice, but these are the ones that are really nice.
Yeah. Of course, the original facility was taken down by a snowstorm, the snowpocalypse of 4 years ago, back in 2010.
Stearnsy heads up on a goalie switch for the Islanders.
All right, who do we got in goal? Make the announcement.
Number 39.
39.
So
Okay.
Cody Murch.
From Raleigh, North Carolina, your end of town.
Absolutely. Came up playing through the Junior Canes organization.
What's that?
Came up through the Junior Canes organization.
Oh, no kidding.
Real good kid. Been talking with him some downstairs between games.
The youngest player on their roster. He is a 97. So plenty of years left ahead of him here in the junior hockey world. Last time I saw a 97 goaltender was Garrett Forrest. Went on to the NAHL. As it's sent up over to the near side and through center for Skrlik. Skrlik setting up a pass there for Jonas Glad. Here comes the first test for Murch, and he makes the save. 11-12 left here in the second faceoff will be coming up to his left.
One thing about him is he seems to, just from watching him both this weekend and previous ones, he likes to make a lot of saves like that where he'll go down but still stays up.
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid style.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah. It's sort of a butterfly, but it's not a buckle the upper body down butterfly.
That's a unique style.
A lot of the younger kids are starting to go to that. It seems like.
Yeah. I mean, it also helps them out in the long run, especially given that butterfly goaltenders have hip problems as they go on and develop. It's sent around over to the far side boards, and it deflects off of Howard and out through neutral now, where it's picked up by Elijah Spoon. Spoon on his backhand over to the far corner, having trouble controlling it. He gets crunched into the boards, and the Islanders will recover it with Cole Smith along the near side corner. Up and out he goes, taking it through neutral. Looking for an opening here, takes it across the Patriots line, takes his shot, and he hits the glass. Way off behind Moyer and clears it out through neutral. Islanders back to recover it, but it's turned over. Chris Howland up at the Islander line, takes it across. Still with it, dekes out two. Trying to drop pass it there from Mikey Carr, but it's turned over Connor Smith. But it's kept in there, fed at the blue line by James Thayer, but it hops over his stick on a second clearing attempt as Hallis tries to center it there, and he gets pretty much run over. That was a great combination of a collision there. So essentially two trains, one leaving Albuquerque, the other one leaving El Paso.
At 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock. One at 65 miles an hour as it's on the stick now for Merrick. Merrick in on goal, takes his shot, and a nice pad save. The rebound, they score. Dustin Moyer gets beat far side, and it's gunned home, and the lead for the Patriots is cut down to 2. Score 3-1 in favor of Potomac. There goes the shutout.
I mean, that goal right there was just a case of the goalie can only move across the net so quickly, and you can shoot faster. I mean, those are the ones that as a goaltender you don't like, but there's nothing really you can do about it.
Face off at center. The goalie change, and now a goal for the Islanders. Gets them up there on the board. 21-21, shots dead even. Patriots still holding on to the lead. Back it goes all the way into the near corner. Kevin McDonald getting crunched to the boards there by Lyle. Lyle trying to strip it away there. Popped free by the Islanders with Fay, I beg your pardon. Along the near side, Max McCutcheon pulls the trigger, and it goes wide. Tial from Merrick and Linksay.
I mean, one thing the Islanders have got to do if they want to have a chance to get back into this is they've got to hit the net.
Yeah.
I think they've hit both corners of the glass numerous occasions.
Here comes Jack Strykars through center, gets it around his man and all the way down into the Islanders' zone, far corner. Fahey goes toe-to-toe with him, fed to the front, and it's actually tipped away over to the near corner by the Islanders. Lyle catching up with it, sending it out through center, and Kendi will play it off of a high stick. 9:06 left here in the second half. Face-off will come back into the Islanders' zone. David Stearns with Brian Linzer, and Brian Shremson, and John Baranowski, and Joe DeVray. Here with the CrossIceFeed broadcast with Fast Hockey. CrossIceFeed.com and FastHockey.com. Here for this Potomac Patriots showcase. We are the official broadcast team, except for Brian Linder, of course, for the Potomac Patriots 3 years running. A lot of fun doing this, and looking to continue moving forward as it just gets better and better around here. Oh, we have a delayed call. It looks like it's going to the Islanders. None of the goaltenders moved to give us any indication on who it was. It's being tagged for what? And it looks like Merrick is the guilty party. He's having quite a conversation there with the referee, but he'll sit for 2 or less. 8:52 left here in the second half. Patriots look to regain that 3-goal lead. Face-off coming up to the left of Cody Murch. One around over to the near side, up to the blue line, not out, kept in there by Carr. Carr taking it himself down low. Howland to Skrlik. He scores! Nick Skrlik dropping the base. 4-1 Patriots. He has finally cashed one in. He has been due all weekend long, and he finally gets one.
He's just shrugging his shoulders like, I'm not sure how that happened.
8:40 remains. It's a power play goal. 3-goal lead. Back in again. Along the near side now. Here comes Logan Nasser. Got along the near post, and the net is knocked off.
Yeah, I'm wondering what that is too.
Potomac Patriots goal! Scored by number 44,
We have a very foul smell up here. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it almost smells like a hockey gear, but worse than hockey gear.
Smells like the inside of my gloves.
Somebody left some old gloves up here. Oh my goodness. This one sticked out of play by Dustin Moyer. Oh man. I have to call the rest of the game here. My nose inside of my sweatshirt. Or sweater.
Like someone said, it smells like the inside of a goalie glove.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Although if your goalie glove smells like that, I don't know if you want to put it on.
Hey, it might scare off your opponent. Ackerman looking, finds it up top over to the far point. Redgington in front of the Islanders bench. Down low along the goal line, up to the front, and it gets deflected back behind the cage. Oh. Well, it's not the garbage, so apparently a team has showed up with their equipment not aired out. I'm guessing somebody didn't air out their equipment. Oh, boy. Over to the near side now. McCutcheon. Let out by the Islanders. Across the line, Kendry taking his shot, caught up in the equipment of a few players up front. Loose puck in the slot. Over to the far circle, up to Moyer. It's still loose, and now he covers it up with the paw. 7:21 left here in the second. 4-1 Potomac.
I think it's gotten a little bit better.
You're just getting used to it. Oh, man.
It's not the garbage cans over there. I can tell you that. I just went over and looked.
No, man. Right after this, we have the Empire Division action coming up with Potomac and the Florida Eels. The rescheduled game from yesterday morning, 7:20, moved to, well, immediately following this one. As things are a little behind as Howland gets tripped up. No call there. I don't know if he lost an edge or what the case was, but no penalty coming as McCutcheon has it across the red line, having trouble with it. Mendoza will pick it up along the near side of his neutral zone, back behind the goal line. Swings it around over to the open wing along the far side. Howland gets bumped, but the puck misses everybody and goes back into the Islanders zone. Less than 7 to play here in a second. Patriots regaining the 3-goal lead thanks to Nick Skrlik. Patriots Hockey is proudly sponsored by Spine and Joint Institute of Fairfax, Virginia, sjinstitute.com for more details on how to book your appointment with Dr. Felix Yeskin and Dr. Maria Schaefer for your family wellness, sports medicine, and chiropractic needs. That's sjinstitute.com for the Spine and Joint Institute, located in Fairfax, Virginia. Up top, Edgington works his way in, and a pad save there by the goalie Cody Murch. Into no man's land it goes. Max McCutcheon putting it on his backhand over to the far side. It's Wetmiller hitting along, but Ian Edgington will keep it in there. He'll dump it right back down behind the goal line. Elijah Spoon there to chase, but McCutcheon gets there first. Sends it over to the far half boards, where it's played on the stick of Mitch Bolduc from Northborough, Massachusetts. Now it's pushed along by Bolduc. Bolduc all by himself trying to get around Jonas Glatt, and he puts it along the side of the net where it'll be easily held onto there by Dustin Moyer.
I'm going to go head down. Got about an hour before our game, so I'm going to go head back down there.
Thanks for joining us up here. It was Brian Linzer for the East Coast Eagles, the broadcast team and the equipment manager and
IT guy.
You're the IT guy, everything guy.
So I'll catch up with you later on, David.
All right, thanks, Brian. As we finish out our remaining 6:08 left here in the second half, and we have Linkset leaving the ice for the Islanders. As we'll continue on here, as the Islanders win the faceoff with a shot. Nice block there up front. McDonald in tandem with Logan Nasser, sent around over to the far half boards. It'll be recovered there by Jack Strykars, looking for an open wing here along the near side. Connor Ackerman gaining some speed, and Logan Nasser catching it up inside the neutral zone as Connor Ackerman tags up on the delayed offside there. And it's fed along for Jack Strykars. Strykars taking a shot, and Murch makes the save. Rebound picked up along the near side. Islanders will break it out with Lyle. Lyle across the Patriots line. Takes his shot, saved by Moyer, and the rebound goes off in the far corner, where Hoer will put it over into the near side corner as Ackerman will play it, being pressured there by McPhee. And now it'll be Bolduc pressuring him as they both take a tumble to the ice. Over to the front of the Patriots bench. Jack Strykars trying to get away from Hallis. Hallis setting it up there for Bolduc. Bolduc getting it away from Nasser. Back to Hallis. Hallis taking a shot, and that pad save there by Moyer. Off in the far corner. And there's a delayed call coming up here to the Islanders to Bolduc again. As Wetmiller will touch it up. Bolduc is arguing because he thinks that he's on the wrong side of this call. And he's going to get tossed for a few comments he just made, as the referee indicates misconduct on top of the initial call with 4:58 left here in the second. 4-1 Patriots. Islanders have the edge in shots, 28-26. And Brian Linzer will rejoin us here for the conclusion of this one. How far behind are they over there?
They're at 17 minutes left in the first half.
Okay.
0-0 hockey, New Hampshire, Atlanta.
So you guys are the one after that, correct?
Yep.
All right.
My guys haven't even started bringing their stuff out of the room up here. We got the whole plyo room up there.
Maybe that's what that smell is.
No, my guy's stuff smells good, like roses. Decaying, dead roses, maybe.
Bolduc holding in a misconduct pad save there by Murch. Near side now. Patriots holding on to this 3-goal lead yet again. It's the second time they've led by 3. Breaking it out through center. And Hallis was the intended target for that pass, and it was sticked out of the air with a high stick by the Patriots. 4:12 left here in the second half. Patriots lost last night to Tampa. A crucial game that could have avoided the situation that we're in right now, where they need to win this one and hope for East Coast to lose to the Syracuse Stars to get home ice in the playoffs.
Can you cut Linzer off from dancing? Because I honestly cannot concentrate. This is...
Mute it.
This is something.
Stop the music. There. He stops dancing when you turn off the music, Shrimp.
He told you he couldn't concentrate. Did you not get his warning?
Logan Nasser behind the net, feeds it to the front, trying to find it on the tape of Jonas Glatt. You know, Glatt needs a goal here. I don't think we've called a Glatt goal all year. It's fed to the front, saved by Moyer. Dished off over to the near side. It's picked up by Jack Strykars. Glatt is floating through center there, looking for a pass. Strykars will carry along here, the red line into the Islander zone. Drags it through, tries to dangle around McCutcheon, but he sets it up top to Mendoza waiting at the point. Mendoza to Edgington. Edgington back to Mendoza. Mendoza still with it up top, cycling it back and forth with Edgington down low, out of the reach of Glatt. He goes behind for Howland. Stolen away from Hoer, and he still has it. And Murch making the save. He'll reach out and hold on to it. And Looks like
Push a guy on top of his own goaltender.
Strykar is getting tackled on top of Murch. Yeah, McCutcheon taking him down.
The one thing, though, David, is I have gotten to, unfortunately, say goal down when we were down in Raleigh.
You are correct.
So,
well, we haven't called one, so you called one.
So
down
I've gotten to call it with myself and my broadcast partner down there, Drew Blevins, who works for NC State, the broadcasting.
I've heard you and Drew.
It's a lot of fun.
You guys are fun to listen to. Here comes that one time.
You never know what he's going to say.
I know. I like his style. He's got a good style. This one makes it around the horn and all the way down. We're back to even strength. Penalty box door still open. They can't shut it. They can't get over there. So the referee tried to get somebody's attention. Hop over the glass, John, and close the penalty box door. 2:40 left here in the second half. 4-1 Patriots. Islanders having a bit of a tough time here. We had a goaltender change. Jeremy Luck started this one, and now we're going to finish with Cody Murch. A turnaround shot from Fay just goes wide, picked up by Lyle. Lyle being challenged by a couple of Patriots as this one gets popped out of the protective netting with 2:21 to play here in the second half.
Yeah, he was actually up this way this past weekend. The Wolfpack Sports Network, they were broadcasting from Georgetown's rink for the ACCHL championship game, which I guess, depending on whose point of view you are, Georgetown won that game for the gold medal.
Merrick will take the face-off against Jonas Glatt. One back to Wetmiller. Cole Smith will have to chase it up to the front of his bench. Up into the slot of his own zone. Over to the near side for Cole Smith. Smith will have to retreat back behind his blue line and lead it out through center. He surveys his options. He'll dump it in. And Moyer will drop it back over to the near corner for Kevin McDonald. But Cole Smith is there first. McDonald trying to scoop it along here. He'll shovel it up along the boards. Trying to get up to Skrlik, but it pops out. And it comes out into the slot and steered out through neutral. And recovered there by Cole Smith. Wetmiller through center, missing everybody. And he'll go down the length of the ice, no icing. Back there, Kevin McDonald. He has Connor Smith on his tail. Drops it back behind for Ian Edgington. Edgington at the red line will dump it in. He'll go off on a change with a few other Patriots. So we are down to 90 seconds left here in the second half. 4-1 Patriots turned over. Glatt trying to feed it to the front. Nobody there, and it was cut off by the Islanders and sent down the length of the ice. This one will be an icing. With a long finish here, as we are just a little bit behind on this side. It should be a 2:45 start for the Empire game, but like I said, we're a little bit behind.
It's just like college basketball tournaments.
It'll leave me enough time to watch your game on the other side, Syracuse and East Coast. Check it out on Fast Hockey.
Should be a good one.
Should definitely be a good one. You'll have plenty of Patriots in the stands watching that one intently.
I don't know. They can go home and relax after this game.
Syracuse, of course, lost last night to Atlanta. And a late one, 10:45. So they're rested up. Your boys are just coming off of a shootout loss to Springfield.
Syracuse played this morning.
Oh, they did play this morning. Okay.
Yeah, they played this morning, a game that was officially a 9:45, 9:50 game.
Okay. So they got a few extra hours rest on you guys, but not by much.
Except they're on their fourth game in 30 hours. After driving from Syracuse.
That equipment has to be soaking wet. I've done tournaments before, and the equipment...
There's no such thing as dry. There's no amount of fans help there.
You can get a giant industrial fan in a locker room if you can, but forget it. This one is up to the blue line and out in the neutral zone with 25 seconds left here in the second half. Across the line, Hallis trying to feed it through. And a love tap off the stick of T-All there. Hitting a Patriots player as Hallis will have it at the Islanders' offensive zone here as it's left on there. A chance now, a shot and a save by Moyer as we come down to the final 5 seconds. And that'll do it. The Potomac Patriots are victors in this one, 4-1 over the Islanders. They go 1 point ahead of the East Coast Eagles. You'll check out the thriller here on Fast Hockey in just about an hour and a half's time. David Stearns for Brian Linzer, Brian Schrems, John Baranowski, and Joe DeVray saying, have a great afternoon, everybody. Stay tuned for the Florida Eels Potomac Patriots Empire game in a few moments. Don't stop believing. Yeah!
I'll tell you, that was fun.